We all mind this year. This is NDC 360. Mimo bibia wo hwe sa dwumadi anwumre efre chichi ne benche adwo mimo bia kwaba eba NDC 360. They said ye di kan kyerem na watwe a etwami. We adwumadi sronko kra NDC amanyoko ya hyehye. Se ye de bodawuro afa ne pa ne hyehye ye pa. Ye wura John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder owoma omai Ghana. Haso ena no krensem a efa amamwo bone a ekos wo ye my Ghana mu a ede ahokyera ba omani mu no ye yini maako te se akyekede nante se ne be ya akoda kra ebetiase. This is the second edition. In first edition no, we had Honorable Eric Opuku on set and we spoke to you on NDC and youth segment about the 24-hour economy. On the Moment of Truth editorial segment, so yenemu di nkomo fa the ghost non-existent Pualugu Damwa, Yoraba Womiani MPP Fuaye, Yenuanome Wusrima Mentifi Bukata. We spoke about taxation and production on the Lest We Forget segment. And then we have a lot for you on this second edition. So tell a friend to tell a friend that we are live on NDC 360. Today I have a surprise for you. I'll be reading to you comments on our live stream on YouTube, Facebook, and X. My production team will be working on that. And we'll be reading some of your comments. So whilst you watch the live stream, share, like, and more importantly, comment. And make sure that the stream will go live. Now, apart from your social media handles, I streaming program live. YouTube at NDC 360 Official. Same on X, same on Facebook. Yes, also live on Onuya TV, TVXYZ, Angel TV, Wazor TV, and Loud Silence TV. Yeah, that all these stations are say Omo Efajumedi on their various team platforms. I'm even told that we are live on Diplomatic TV, on social media, on Moment of Truth editorial. Yeah, try a corruption tracker and so. And on episode 2 of the tracker, katashene proya. Omampenya be de chire owu abawomiane na busuafo omoye ne Ghana. Inti potokasam yatuni din the corrupt and nepotistic dealings of the Bawomiers. On NDC and you, we have a very fantastic policy to discuss with you. It's all about the National Women's Development Bank. Into what to say, Ramahama National Women's Development Bank was them. Now, I have the experts for you today on this show. Now, by the time I'm sure you will agree with me that indeed the NDC doesn't only have the men, but we also have the women. And finally, unless we forget, John Dramani Mahama, the legacy. And today we are looking at part 1 of his legacy on the aviation sector. FA Airports will bring you all these issues. So I want to remind you that we are live on the official NDC 360 page. On Facebook, on YouTube, on X. We are live on Onuya TV. We are live on TVXYZ, Angel TV, Wazor TV, Loud Silence TV, Diplomatic TV, and Focus TV. And until share the link and tell a friend to tell a friend that we are live, the person should watch NDC 360 and you will not be disappointed. Baby, I dream. I'm to say you call for the recap. Munim say and chair cry. You are John Dramani Mahama, Obontwa for Ghana for in what we call the building Ghana tour. Okopiem with Sema Mentifi Tamale at a town hall meeting or then same here be to dra. Shewe mame yeba yebetwa dumedi so.
And let me put this thing to rest once and for all. They always talk about the mess John Mahama left us, the economic mess he left us. I mean, let's just go down a comparison lane. When I left office, the debt to GDP was 57%. Today, the debt to GDP is more than 100%. It means if you take all Ghana's GDP and you turn it into money, you use it to pay all our debts and you still owe 3%. Our debt to GDP was 57%. And the optimum GDP for middle income countries that is recommended by the IMF is 60%. So we're even under the recommended debt to GDP. When we left office, the budget deficit was 6.6%. Today, the budget deficit, it even went to 15%. It has now started dropping. When we left office, inflation was 15.5%. Inflation under this government went to 54% and is only now dropping. It's about 30%. When we left office, cocoa production was 960,000 metric tons. And we went for syndication loan of $1.8 billion, brought $1.8 billion into this country. Today, cocoa production is under 500,000 tons. And when they went for syndication, they got only $800 million. At 8%, we got 1.8 billion at 2%. And so what are you talking about? You can't compare the economy under us. When we left office, we gave you 2 new oil fields. All the work that we did as NDC was with one oil field, the Jubilee field. We worked and brought the 10 field and the Sankofa field into production. And so it made oil revenues triple. When we left office, we had solved Dumso. We bought enough generation. We established ESLA to pay the legacy debt. Today, Dumso is back. You can't pay the independent producers. And all of you know Dumso is back, just that they don't want to announce a timetable. Yesterday when I came to Tamale, the lights were off the whole day. And so, this thing they keep saying, Mahama left a mess, we came and repaired your mess. Before I left office, the IMF said that Ghana's economy was going to grow by 8%. And it grew by 8% and more in 2017. And in 2018, it dropped. When their own policies started kicking in, you look at the GDP growth rate. From the high of 8% that they inherited from me, the next year it went to 6 point something, 5 point something, until when COVID hit, it went to 0. So that myth about you left us a mess, you left us a mess. When you came into office, the Kufuor Eurobond was left with 270 million to pay. Where did you get that money to pay? Mahama left it in the sinking fund because I knew that debt was coming up. That was visionary because I knew that if a new government came, it was going to be difficult to find 270 million at once to pay off the Kufuor Eurobond. So we left it in the sinking fund. They came and met it. In October, they just took it and paid the Eurobond. And after that, they didn't put any money in the sinking fund again. That's why when COVID hit, we had no money to defend ourselves. I set up the stabilization fund. When COVID hit, they didn't know where to find money. We told them, go and look in the stabilization fund. I left money in there. Went and took 300 million, from the stabilization fund. I set up the Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, and I put $270 million seed money in that fund. Today, that's what you are using to build your Agenda 111 hospitals. So how can I have left you a mess? They are good at propaganda. And so they just keep repeating something, oh, we came and met your mess, we came and met your mess. In 2016, for the first time in Ghana's history, we ran the government budget without taking 1 CD from the Bank of Ghana, 0 borrowing from Central Bank. You in 2021, 42 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. The following year, 2022, 35 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. And that is why today, Central Bank is broke. Because it made a loss of more than 60 billion cedis. When I was president, Central Bank made a profit of more than 1 billion cedis. And so that propaganda must stop once and for all. You didn't inherit a mess. You inherited an economy that was doing well. It is you, by your mismanagement, your clueless finance minister, and your clueless head of economic management team, who now wants to run away from economic issues to become the champion of digitalization. It is they who have created this mess.
Enti Adeshemaima, you are John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, the leader and flag bearer of the NDC. Obema noa, unyamia yino magana. So meji yemfim kwa somni ya huchiri muno, no namote ninkano. MPP for the atrone nada. E dada nipa bebre. Eno moba yana economy na se o meisi kasemu adrega. That was His Excellency John Dramani Mahama himself setting the record straight. And there is not one that the MPP can dispute. Don't worry, all the Pabranti be obeying while Tepotocas are non chichimuma. I can't cuss them. And I can't say, I would say. And don't worry at all when you will be here, because in the subsequent editions, Yabeje Brenia Dosansem Wimu Esuko. Manyan TSA Akina Radio, Watechiman. And Bunu is in Patemuho. Live, and I know that there are many other radio stations picking this program live, and in due course we will recognize all of you. Baby Edri, it is time for the Moment of Truth editorial. No cremre no in ye. If you will mame, tell you will see me by the touch screen bringing you all you need to know about the corrupt and nepotistic dealings of the Bawumiers, part 1. May that's it. Yo, Omade Shen, this is the Midi Kankan, you know. We a corruption tracker, episode 2. Now, what you tell me at the episode 1, Bremo, about fracadam dam bia, na you rabba with me and MPP for the job when you say, Omayan was Srima Mentifia. We gave you hardcore evidence for you to see the truth for yourself. Saying in Aya fracadam, 1.6 trillion old Ghana cedis. Abayano, afane kwa. Yamfanye adepebiama or minor enyason faswo. Today on episode 2, dear Nyekan, we are talking about Abusuya Mamua, Uraba Wumi or your Mampenia Bediachri, Katasha Proye Dream Pesamin Kumunya, or May Sika or Nena Busuya for air fan in your funo, and no one send Yade Bremo. Now, Obebiza I don't cry, na Sammy Gyamfi and DC4. My corruption tracker episode 1 more sounds on the episode 2 about a moment of truth. Adan among cars and fofro. We have one ceremony at Tiawa. Medical chirimu say, o man bia ni wa obetumi atumpon. O man bia ni wa obetumi akonanim. O man bia ni wa ne manfo obetumi adiye. I just say o man letimi atu kata hyehyɛ ne proya ase. Esan se kata hyehyɛ ne proya ya ade a etwe o man bia mpuntuo eka akire. Sika kakra ya jeje no man ni mutrutuo de enya firi do mankoma nyame de echeyen say ye go say ye oil say ye koko ye mpanyimfo asede say omode ye de sefata ye de ye mpuntu a omanfo nyina benya so mfaso na ekoba se nipa kakra bi afa sika no no mudi ni nyafunyafu a ye wiye yo no motwi konachi enti ukrom kwan na ye nyeye no aso piti na wo pe na wunya bi no adwuma na wo pa wunya bi ni ahokyera wo komu no. And that is why you must pay attention to this series on corruption tracker. Obi beka say, oh, na omampenye be di echire mo ka katashishane proya or say ono de oyemeti keke aden ono na mo ka na asem. Abusiafo no so nchiremu no etietia. The reason is this. MPP ka katashishane proya asem a na uraba wumi aye no hu ntadu echire ode ne ho asie. Attention in all the time is on Now today, on this edition, we will demonstrate to you, say Alhaji Bawomi or Odi Mate, or your Mampenya Kufuado Pro Max. One we use iPhone, we are just a motias here. Or your apprentice, what's your catastrophe proye, a chain and master mpo. And your team did, and your cassette, we will let the facts speak for itself. And that is why today, the spotlight is on him. We are unpacking the corrupt and nepotistic dealings of the Bawumias. Now, I was for Bible say, by your words, thou shalt be justified. By your words, thou shalt be condemned. And some ben ora Bawumia ne yere Samira Bawumia. E kachre Ghana for efa katashe ne proye ho. Sisi dua ben no mudi susu ye wura mahama. Dia no mo kafa ne ho na bo hye ben no mo hye ye se mo ba ban mu a mo beye afa katashe ne proye ho. Ebusuafo me ye bi a kire. When it's a moment of truth, there we serve you nothing but the truth. Kakum yetini kwakuonum. The internet does not forget. Ketreman pro inti yehwe nsem ni bi. Now the edikai. Ene etwaguno Mahama government most corrupt in Ghana's history. Bawumia. Asemwe CTFM4 na report to here. Oka asemwe in the run up to the 2016 election. Mra na obontoa. Ose Ghana abakosemu nyina owura Mahama. Ena oya katahye ne dwirim pa as president. There also be a daily guide. MPP former national chairman Freddie Blay on one paper. Seat 20th October 2016. You can see there. Etifia Senedi was a corruption is the hallmark of NDC. Bawumia. Nensemo o kadeye campaign America achire wo no. We enye buslimika on one nsimni. There also me answer was a corrupt Mahama disgrace to nothingness. Bawumia Ghana Web 16th November 2016. Also Ora Mahama all these things, all these lies, they said about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And then, Uncle, you have on your screen 7th September 2020. Shewen Sumame. But this second lady of ours, Samira Bawumia, dear, Wamon you create domra na MPP for April Mampenia Bendu and a keke. Ono so no kujina platform so kasapa na ono mpo de na no e ya che nukunu into ti asem wo kan ne ha publisher for publisher my publisher the publisher on the 7th of September 2020 Potoka Sammy says Samira fingers John Mahama over nepotism. What kind of story? No, the second lady Samira has accused former President John Mahama of practicing nepotism whilst in political office. So what kind of story we are? At the end of Samira can wasem. O see Yewura Mahama ye abusuama mu. Now on tiasie say Yewura Mahama ni nua ye friend Ibrahim Mahama. O ye adwuma. O ka box site ye de ama John Mahama nua ho asem. Say e kire say John Mahama ye katahye ne proye. No no de ni kunu de onye sa. Ye so say okay my husband is a whiskey e ye ho no ka sa asem we. Say John Mahama ni NDC ye abusuama mu. That is what they said. It is very important. I will bring you back to this story. Now, you're going Samira, sana me friend no, because oye Ghana oba penyin otosumienu. Nti ba me friend ye mame. Wakasa agu Yewura John Mahama hu fi abranya no kre se oye abusuama mu because you all know say Yewura Mahama ni busuani a no wona aba mu as an appointee na e ba akopɛ. A sister Joyce Muktari Bawa. No, you're deputy minister, not even a minister, a deputy minister for transport. Ninua Ibrahim Mahama no mo kana seminar. Or you're well-established businessman or starting your Jumaine. Na abrofo a omo ye mining in Ghana. To say go fields for water kwa. Omo fanwa ono na ye mining ma omo. And nyuma sheta e we bibrem ni bibrem atoye. Ko Liberia o ye adwuma. Yet Samira ka say se oye adwuma keke de and your mama your kronfo oye abusuama mu eti ko mo ba ye no we would have expected somebody ka abusuama mu kokofu bo de onche ni United ye nka ye hu bi but abusuama what do we see hwe ha mame on your screen Owura Bawumia one ne yire Samira omabusuafo nko a ya ma omu dibre ewo NDC ewo MPP aban we mo sa wo soro ha papa ye obowe ne wo fefefe ya fe no Alhaji Ahmed Ramadan Samira Bawumia second lady ne papa no enti Owura Bawumia na asew konofo prekope aban ne ba ya ena Bawumia lobby ma ye na asewo no Ghana amrado to United Arab Emirates yeka Dubai oh baby a oyo ni sika wo no Samira papa na ye Ghana nam sini amrado ewo ho Bawumia na asewo no abusuafo ensiwa omo opposition omo se ndisi ye ya abusua mamuo no mu di atoroto John Mahama so no mo hwe de omo ye Samira ni nua bema ye frɛ no Abu Ramadan eye Bawumia vice president na konta ono so omo ma ne so na omo de ko nadbo na onye MPP nimpo MPP fo bre no nka ho enso ni nua ba na ye second lady nti ye ne deputy director of NADMO wa wo from 2017 ebisi ne na we ha mami papa we ode ne ho ate Ghana fo nsem trofo bebre ahwehwe ni picture omu nya no be ne de NDC 360 ye nya no ni photo ni ye Bawumia ni nua panyi a ye frɛ no Mumuni Abdullahi Bawumia ye de ne to Bawumia papa ode Mumuni Bawumia ono so aban we ba ya na position muntie ni opposition na bi ni Ghana bakosemu John Mahama breso ye papa Mills ya papa Kofo ya papa Rollins abenso ni eni position bi asa e wo Ministry of Interior aso ye hwe a police fo eni a soldier fo eni the security agencies so your friend a technical advisor to the Ministry of Interior and you create sa position in man enti Bawumia nua panyi no na aba from her mami we mami can starting free no so ono so your friend no Honorable Lareba Zura Abudu Bawumia nua ba prekope ono so owura Bawumia ba and edi kan man so 2018 ye the deputy CEO for Northern Development Authority ewi akire kra no 2022 ya san so paw no omampanyi akufuado ne Bawumia paw no se omeye swafo emfa emma ne nkoda yeyo Minister for Gender and Children Social Protection enti ne nua ba no abuja ko mo man nso na MPP for na aka no kra ne nya positions ni bi no Bawumia ni nua Samira Bawumia yere Samira oye Ghana ba panyi otoso mienu second lady ni nua be maketwa last but one your friend Fauzi Ramadan ono so de ne ho asie uko internet so nyina wu nya ni photo ma wu ze for first state for pen o mu nya ni photo NDC 360 ye ni photo aba on da ho no Fauzi Ramadan Bawumia nua bema oye special assistant Mrs. Samira nua bema oye special assistant to the second lady Samira Bawumia so that is the family tree of Bawumia ne yere wona bemu and yet these are the people omudi atro ese John Mahama dinkwa so wo ye abusua mamu abra ono na ne busua ni ba akopɛ na deputy minister ohun kokofu bobo omomobo na ye ndisi fo mpo de enka Bawumia de ni na busuafo ne nuanom ne nkontafo ne asewfo ababa mu a enka enhaye pii enka enhaye ombaye na nkomo ye nyuma pa be magana atumpo a enka enhaye ba we mu de omo baye no oman ni sika kakra ye wo no e na omu di sika ni nyafunyafu kata se ne proye fita e no Bawumia ni nuanom ye de odi kan ni ye frɛ no eye Haji Alare Bazura medika ka se omampanyi eyi no as deputy CEO of Northern Development Authority okoho tricycles abobo ya eye moto na ne na ya miensa no mako 400 enyantaban tu yiraya bisi ne yenhu bebie faaye and mami campaignfo a the CEO no Sammy Gyamfi the CEO of the Northern Development Authority finger and say ono ne hye chiri ema omo boss a wo man no krono kese ema Ghana hwili sika titiri over 20 billion old Ghana cedis when reports there by na the media told us again say apart from 400 tricycles no there were two of the deputy CEOs owura Bawumia nua ba ika ho bi almost 100 tricycles each into the bomu 200 what the beka 400 no 600 tricycles motos omo fire so bebre ni nyina wo ha na ma wadanse mi tumira na ma kiresi na mama obi adi enini na obebi say what is your evidence we are Ghana Web the date is 31st January 2022 Mr. as a producer, ebe me picture on picture, na etiefu ahu, say no kretro do ne eka. Dr. Bawomia's sister fingered in missing 400 government tricycle saga. Wo wabo mahama echi so ye abusuama mu abranya no kre. Wo ba ya wasesa ensewfo ne nkontafo amomu positions. Enye hwe. Omo be ye adwuma pa abo oman no so a omo be bo ye kro no. This is the evidence. Abusuafo anya no nko. The same issue pause.com a story on January 9th, 2020. Was it 400 tricycles worth 2 million? Titisicano 20 billion allegedly stolen at the Northern Development Authority. And Okai story no say according to reports, the tricycles were allegedly stolen from the office of the authority on October 27, 2019. About 700 motorcycles and 200 extra tricycles cannot be traced. And the letter, the CEO now not there, Jumayuku now not the command divisional commander. Watermali, police opinion. All these facts are there. You can Google the story and read it. We are not making anything up. The American and Adansi, you say reports also revealed that among all the 3 deputy CEOs, 2 of them took away 100 tricycles each without paying. And so 2 now, obose start tricycles or went to Yakano, but we mean home. And in fact, ono obe pe MP wo wale ba we 2020 campaign. The slogan was money no be problem. Or chemoto to send katie because this is where they got it from. Minu mieru taxes, minu mieru sika. This is what they use it for. Now, enya moto nkwa. So what you buy na ba we mienu ya ba efa moto ni abobo ya abusuafo ken haye. Poto kasem ye free bibi sole source contracts. Sole source contracts here dey. Contract ahodo for enyuma kese e wo Ghana. Emra se sa ban e fa wo bi adwuma se wo medi sa adwuma ne ma oman a aban ma obi contract ho a yemamu na obi biara owo nimdie na owo capacity so obetimi aye sa adwuma. We should give that person the opportunity to compete. Tie frɛ be competitive tendering. Ma ho kwan na obi amepre adwuma ni bi. De obetimi aye adwuma ni yie a oman no benya so mfaso abra oman ne bebo kakakra bi ne de ama no. But ohwe de ekoso wo Bawomia ene omampenya kufu ado amamwo yimu a ye wo contrast akese bebre a aban de ma Bawomia nuanom a ye ma ho kwan se obi amepre bi ye si peg Bawomia nuanom ntino so source no mo kwan de ma wo mo bia so ye de sika toto so a o mine hwe sika titiri dia you will weep for Ghana as we move along. Before I go into the issues, dear na Bawomia ni omampenye kufuado ekae about so sourcing quickly. Way ayo Bawomia ne Twitter handle on the 8th of September 2016, now about 6:20 p.m. And Bawomia ko trend on Twitter. Na mahama, Yora mahama ne tia konya so. Or say overpricing of contracts through the use of source sourcing is very typical of this John Mahama NDC government. Or say John Mahama bind here. Bibia so sourcing. Ni ye so sourcing dia e kire se projects are ye ni so sourcing na Mahama de bo ni bia to so o man ne boka. Into omo de omo ba omo nyesa. Owura Bawomia na emre MPP for ereni election no 3rd February 2017. Or say we will abort rampant soul sourcing Bawomia. We will abort rampant soul sourcing Bawomia. What kind of story na e wo ho? We nya power wie. Or this soul sourcing, ye twem. Ebe the exception and not the norm. Because soul sourcing, they are more minor eboka. So when you want some any edible buafo, when you want some edible buabem. Owura Bawomia na biem starfm.com.gh. May 29, 2017. Bawomia na 2 ministers say what MPP aben imufo. Or say don't abuse soul sourcing. Bawomia to appointees. Mamun konko ye so sourcing because so sourcing more men Bawomia no. The same Bawomia on the 31st of December 2018, City Newsroom for report no say. Or say Bawomia touts MPP 40 fulfilled promises. Aban no ma betena konwa so eni afe na edi afe. Bawomia say oma fulfill omo bo hye nko 40. Na bo hye ni mu ba ko ne den. Or say we promise to move away from a predominance of sole sourcing to tendering in procurement, and we have delivered. Inti channel so, but we miasi sole sourcing and yet M1 May. Ya the board may chrono, M1 mine risika. MPP ba omunyebi. Wa ma appointees warning mamunko yebi. Ono also say abine di niboshe so sole sourcing there omejai. Afi yantuaso. Omampenye Kufuado de Okanyeni, 23rd August 2016 on Twitter. Or said the era of sole sourcing will come to an end. Sole sourcing, ye chem, because sole sourcing, a chrono. Now, what do we see? They said the media can trim. Oraba womia wonua be mebia. Ye friend Ibrahim Bawumia. Edia ye wo no ne papa de man no Ibrahim Bawumia. But ware Canada ni ba ye wo no UK. Open UK passport with no se san di ye no Abraham Bawumia. Nti se wafa Christian name. One Bawumia picture ni ti Bawumia na te wo no o ma amini Bawumia nua penya ye friend Mumuni Bawumia woni Bawumia nua be ma na ye friend no Abraham and Ibrahim Bawumia no oni our company ye from a Resource Assets Limited. I want to prove to you that this Resource Asset Limited eh Bawumia nua dia enti akọ Registrar General thanks to ye nua Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa yakwa akọhwe company ni nkrata mu company no eye hefo na directors Abraham Bawumia nua na one ne yere ayefe no Aneta Kamiska Bawumia, they are the directors. Why na company ni ne dia company ni nya sika anamfaso why na sika no kono ho the shareholder Abraham Bawumia ne tin number ni bibia wo ho ni. This is from Registrar General. We'll put it out for everybody to see. No do. Now the entire year ka say yenhwehwe mu amana beda di say aban way e the sole sourcing contracts akese e masa company ya your friend Resource Assets Limited but we mean your company asika power mine hwere no asefem project number 1 hwe me with screen so hwe wani so ade Sunyane Airport Miami Chrome baby ayetete me baby am call primary baby am call JS baby am call SHS minim Sunyane asem Sunyane Airport aban we buy no mo say omu siesie no because near close to airport ne down phase 1 of the project ye the Bawumia nwen the company you are hearing this for the first time here Resource Assets Limited sole sourcing che say ya mprise aban na mprise companies baby be wo man ni mu no obi amepede bi. They gave that job on sole sourcing to Bawumia. The President Nana Dankwa Kufuado commissioned phase 1 of the rehabilitated Sunyane Airport project. Now, if you check the project, you check the story from Bruno Regional Coordinating Council for website, government website, dated August 4, 2022. You can see that on your screen. The relevant portions of the story, no, approve as I'm making say no true. But the President Kufuado intimated at the commissioning that in line with his government policy to provide a functional air travel infrastructure to enhance blah blah blah, say a contract was awarded to MS Resource Assets Limited to commence the rehabilitation of the airport in 2019. It is our MS Resource Assets Limited no any Bawumia Nuyano company no moka ho asem. This is the man Bawumia Nuyano oni Abraham or Ibrahim Bawumia. Now abusiafo enya nonko oba Ghana Airport Company omo website a omo kasi so say adwuma na ye de ma Bawumia nua ne se wonye no sika nko a ye de ma no so sin obi ampre bi se wonye se adwuma no was 52.25 million cedis. Yes, 52.25 million cedis. Titi sika no 520 billion e adwuma ben adwuma ye se onya ne se runway Sunyane Airport runway na kitikiti bi samre na 1280 meters. Yes 120 ka ho e wo hodada but asenti patch portals no na 120 meters e meka ho na yenya 1400 meters. Na on sanso en rehabilitated taxi link or patch portals e ho na akwan a eda ben airport no so no on siesie resurfacing na just okoye kwan foforo or the abo eguso no wasiesie ne kama na terminal dan ya esi wa e ho na otu kwan a wo befa no etimi fa nipa be 100 and also so omo a se hwe brofo no omo se minimal renovation Intenya adwuma kese bia. Airport na ye kaneni, nimfo nyin sunyane airport a owura ba wo mianua ye no eni. Runway na o ma ye ketekete na tese minsam no, eno susu ni. Airport ni. Enti bisa wo MPP ni a wo hweme ne se, adwuma we. Eho ka. Timi ye 525 billion OCDs ana. Ask yourself that. Na die enti na ekwan keke ne potholes apache keke. Minimal renovation of a terminal building. Why must it be so source? Die nkwana ba wo mianua ne company no owo ana onimi ya. Ghana construction companies bebre obi antumi nye bi. The same bawomia was so sourcing your chrono and my boka no more the omonye sa our 2 ministers for say mamu koye so sourcing. Why will you give this job, mediocre job, to your brother through so sourcing for 525 billion old cities? Now we say for you Ramahama tikese da so da yepa. And then we be nkomo about airports osisi here. And yet your CSC ni keke. One of those airports, before we even get to that, lest we forget segments. One of these airports, American was an Whole airport. Whole airport here, Ramahama si ni mono chiao. Na airport to be any ho, ofitias here from scratch, is ni mono chiao. Or the $25 million in the sea. Or started project in 2015, na dollar nyan 4 cities. By now, the project in 2016, you know, averagely, even if you use $1 is to 4 cedis, $25 million. What the best CD more is just about 100 million Ghana cedis. And this is brand new airports. So whole airport now, President Mahama see, you know, the runway is 1,900 meters. And 30 meters wide, and 30 meters. Ne 10,900 meters, just 1.9 kilometers. Dear Bawomiani Nui, Yama Omo Sikaso Monkoyan, Sunyane Diano, 120 meters per Nomodiaka home. Ne 30 meters. John Mahama's brand new from scratch. Whole airport 1,900 meters versus 120 meters. Whole airport, no. Ebe to process 150,000 passengers a year every day. Ebet process 400 passengers because there will VIP lounge and VVIP lounge. So Nyane airport no VIP ni Miami Chrome airport VIP bi anim. VVIP dia so anim. 100 passengers per ebet process yomo per day. No ba wo mi ade no. O man panyi Mahama brand new whole airport no. Ni April yeka April abia plane ni sia ekọ pake. Etimi fa plane yenu. O see ni brand new. But when me ade na wo hodada e na o ye portals keke. Itimi fa plane be se ba akon. Owura Mahama see whole airport no. Akwan a wo ye ni wo brand new from scratch 9 kilometers. But when me ade akwan a wo hodada no de abogu su siesie ni keke. Enu 9 kilometers. And so Owura Mahama at the $25 million equivalent to 100 million cedis. And they see whole airport no more chiao. But when me ade pentimamento no, sika 52.5 million cedis, sika no 520 billion. Do the math for yourself. You are discerning. But when you share no do kra to ahye de onim say aben. It is about Ghana na wo pe no kra. Judge this for yourself. Mo say Mahama kwa. And wo ye so say na wo ye we. Look at what they have done. Now, you can see it on your screen. Whole airport, Mahama see nini. Brand new from scratch. But we are painting Mamitono in the Siwa annual seno. 520 billion. Because you are money near. Yankoso. Any airport in Kwa and a buying Diama Bawumian company. So in the Busia Fonche. No, not just this airport. Not just this airport. Yawoko Aquine Akesia Sika a town on the so. Na koko akwan de ma contract ya ye ba mu se road contractors e wo Ghana nya no bia me pribi o ba ye se lot 1 lot 2 kwan we this kilometers ye pese ye ni say asphalt ana bi to me wo bo ye sen ye hwe de ne bo wo fom a wo betumi aye kwan ni yie na ye de contract na ma no owura ba wo mi anko aba ya koko rose or the money nua so sourcing or ma ho kwan so bia pribi. Into the same Resource Access Limited. The two million much this year. Yamomu cocoa kwanya a free asin where typo asin cropon to Odomase to Asibrim 22.1 kilometers. Sikan kwa yademano 54.2 billion actually ebiguso. Into Titisikano 54.2 million Titisikano. That's 540 billion one contract. And another Cocoa Road project. Chibuso Haso Wodre Mibodi no nama moni ya mofancheme Bangolo Feeder Roads 14.5 kilometers 29.4 million cities Titisikano 294 billion 2 cocoa roads Biya so sourcing Obi see me evidence na da hono. This is the moment of truth. You 2 million ya chirisie atendidie bia nim no kre na ekasa no. This is a letter Public Procurement Authority for Trade 14th May 2020. The project, you say rehabilitation, upgrading, reconstruction of roads in cocoa growing areas. I say, at the board, second paragraph, at the board technical meeting held on Thursday, 14 May 2020, the board granted approval to Ghana Cocoa Board in accordance with section 41B of Access 3 as amended to use a single source procurement method to engage multiple contractors for the construction of roads. And this is it. Companies when they are so source no Asia coupon Resource Access Limited. Resource Access Limited. It is on your screen. You can see that for yourself. Now, I want to establish beyond doubt. Says so source but when in opposition or buy and no one on in Kronu womu omudi o mainisika. The kind etia public procurement law, which is a crime. Because contracts in your contracts was say you see peg say ba ko form fa through so sourcing. And as sika ye de ma ba wo mia nuano so no. E bro de was called mine etuama no. Into mine no me your taxes. We are losing it to Bawumia in this family. Where is the evidence? The Auditor General's report. Ghana auditor ni ono na Ghana semsi kasem nyina oye muhwehwemu. Why audit, special audit, or friend of performance audit report on the Auditor General on the construction of cocoa roads. Now, 2023 anno paragraph 55. Cocoa Board's procurement policy stipulates that all procurement activities are to be in line with the Public Procurement Act. Or say procurement mra Cocoa Board ye jumane say contract omudi mebiano omu follow procurement mra. Oba paragraph 56 or say procurement mra say section 41. And sana obeka say wo ye project be so sourcing no. Hwe de ken. Section 41A to D of the Public Procurement Act 2003 allows the use of single source procurement method where there is exclusivity, urgency, emergency, continuity, and compatibility subject to the approval of the PPA. She said, oh, my contract, now will say, what they my company back pay. Prem will be a pribi. Dear friend, so sena. Dear Bawumian in Nuano Moyana. I was our company no what Suyahunu expertise via or non quantity will be. And as a human, emergency BSc, BBBT was here yen intended. But we all know, say, Kukurus and Tessa. Auditor General twice, so at paragraph 58 of that report, say, Cocoa Board awarded 266 road contracts for Air Cocoa Road Improvement Project 2, measuring a total length of 4,131 kilometers. Upgrading and construction in cocoa growing areas. Out of the 266 contracts awarded, 33 were through competitive bidding. 33 there, amount for pribi. 175 were through single source procurements. Then the Auditor General said this, paragraph 60. Although the use of restricted tendering and sole sourcing saved Cocoa Board time, it would have taken to evaluate a large number of tenders. Our analysis, Auditor General said, our analysis showed that these methods cost Cocoa Board about 100% more than the use of a national competitive tendering in terms of kilometers of, the cost per kilometer of road. Auditor General. And if you read on, you will see the Auditor General was emphatic. Say, because say the contracts we nyina ma Bawumia and in nuanom through sole sourcing and other companies through sole sourcing. When this MPP government spoke against sole sourcing, a car was saying ke yabon sa kwan no ho yabon double, in some case triple. E ka na ye ka ben koko fusika e ye ka ben menu mienu to e na akodi these companies including Bawumia nua company what's the say sika answer meba ho no. Apart from the cocoa roads, there are also other road projects at Ministry of Roads and Highway ediama Bawumia ni nua okabomua 83 million cedis and also sourcing through yenua Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. He's published the documents. We have intercepted payment vouchers. We are. You can see 5.7 million Bawumia company, Resource Access Limited. Sikano, 13th March 2023. Another payment, 27th November 2023, 5.8 million. Another payment, 3rd March 2023, 15.5 million. 8th March 2024, Yao. 10 million. Titisikana 100 billion Bawumia nua company. Okay, kasika ni nyina abomu a. Any airport de ni nyina abomu a. Bawumia any ni nuanom company. Ghana sika nko e de ama wo for these 5 projects alone. Ye treaty under part 1. 280 million cedis. Titisikano 2.1 trillion cedis. The vouchers are here, documents don't lie. All the documents are here. Na me de manu ba besi no hwe wo de o maba o magu mahama and ehufin o medi atrato no so oye agusu amamu abranya no kre o mo ba be ye worse. I've shown you the evidence. Bawumia nua ba under her ye wia mutus agira ono ane boss accuse ni se mutus no owia bi fa no to nchen hwe sika titiri die over 2 point something trillion worth of contracts ayede am o monko so sourcing. Etika busuano omodi omayi hu akama ye tam anka de aka no kamu betumi agya am afoforo babusuafo kakra ye de be magana asudusuafo scholarship eno so a Bawumia e de akoma Samira nua be ma na ye friend of Fauzi Ramadan ya man scholarship ono na ye the personal assistant on the office ono atua neka ye the Ghana scholarship e was ye de ma hiafo mobrowa ma Yadema even MPP full soldiers Vanessa. Yasanso de akoma Samira nua Bema na the special assistant. What the bagana sikamua 320,000 cedis, 3.2 billion. Enya no kwa na ya. The shia bufu ne say ye man scholarship no school na wanko. Sika na ahye. Ye bisa na o se o na me yare. I don't know when defer o course o na me yare na me ntimi defer me course. It is scholarship sika na ke betimi akwa nya for one so a ni nyina ahye ayo maker. And if you go on my jaw online you will see the story. A kind of I was Fawaz Ramadan, a relative and personal assistant to Second Lady Samira Bawumia, was awarded 17,355 pounds to cover the cost of tuition for an MSc in Global Supply Chain Management at Brunel University in the UK. However, Mr. Ramadan never pursued the course because he claimed he was involved in an accident during the peak of COVID-19 and could not defer when accident. I want to defer the course. Neither he nor the state benefited in any way from the tuition fee paid to Brunel University. Because we've given you the facts. We've given you the facts. Bako ha kame de beba no me pushi appearance fee no me pushi meriti me pushi akomanim. But you see, these are the issues. And for you, Ghana ni awo hweme no. Judge for yourself. Say papaya ono nam say I am not corrupt. I am not corrupt. I am incorruptible. Can you trust this man? Ubia oye kampi utimisha bonne. Adiachi wasi wo na mi juki. Na mi didi agro. O kan we enya no kre. O kan we enya no kre. And the evidence shows that this man is 10 times corrupt than Akufo-Addo. The pro-mass version of Akufo-Addo. We can't trust this man because he is not only a chronic liar but inherently corrupt. And see a mistake. E de Ghana sheba wumiansa krono we no ne nabusuafo ba beto aso krono we no beto aso, and there is no way he can come and prosecute Omampenya Akufo-Addo because mampenye Kufuor be kind say ba womia me ken di e ga say me nuanom e fo man sika no won so we bi enu nti untumi mfa ye court. His hands are dirty, more dirtier than Kufuor. He can't fight corruption. If you want accountability, this court, including Kufuor, vote for change. Vote for the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Washaya Bosse, baby, you see, could be obeyed. One make sure say Embra, ebe yejuma. The producer, but Kennedy, akopre Japan tape in the mame. Na yemfa moment of truth ye mawie ebi ana obi tie mo MPP ni ozo sa major video ye NDC niti na okasa yentie MPP mu cheche mucho na yentie de waka afa aban we ho efa kata hye ne proyo. Thank you.
The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. So much. Why? Who really stand up here? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control. The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. So much. Why? Who really stand up here? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control.
Daddy, I think it is time I put my business plan of opening a snack bar into action.
Really? But why now?
Why not now? I have been paying close attention to John Mahama's 24-hour economic policy, and I think it is really going to boost the leisure and hospitality industry. You know, when people go to work throughout the day, they would definitely need something small in their tummies, and I'll be there to serve them.
But I thought I was the only one who listens to news in this house.
No.
Says the man born before computers.
Tell him.
See, we have the news right here on our phones, and we are keenly following John Mahama's 24-hour economy policy digitally.
Digital man.
Yes, I mean this. Yes. And one thing I can be sure one. Since the launch of my online delivery system, things have really been picking up, and it will be great to have the support of the government to grow beyond the borders of Ghana. And with a 24-hour economy policy, government will be able to provide an atmosphere of improved security and public safety, and also a well-regulated and monitored private security to facilitate round-the-clock activities to make it more safe for us to serve our clients no matter the time of the day.
Well, for civil servants who work with the passport office, DVLA, customs, ports and harbor like me, running the 8-hour shift system will help relieve the large customer traffic we have to deal with within the current 8 to 4 p.m. system. We can effectively serve Ghanaians and foreigners within the shortest time.
Hey, madam, I didn't know you also pay attention to the 24-hour economy policy too.
It is what everyone is talking about. I will be glad to work in the afternoon shift than run off to work in the morning. I leave that for the younger generation.
You are even too old for that.
And old boy, what are your thoughts? Well, I will take advantage of the tax exemptions, the cheaper and reliable electricity, and more importantly, the government's support to scale up my juice manufacturing company for local consumption and for export. Look, obey a pinso or chrome.
Please obey. In a 24-hour economy, is it?
You know what to do. Vote for John Mahama, the nation builder, and the NDC for a 24-hour economy. Ejuma Pankwa.
Fire Drusi is the NDC and U segment. And NDC Amanyoko, Yanshishi Pani and Nepa, Yawomo Maigan and United Bro. I've told you that the 2024 election is an election like none other. It's an election that is going to define the future and the destiny of our children. Anti-election way making sure say obeto aba for policy. Obeto aba not for atrone nada. But obeto aba ma party new penimua or one share pamo may. It is about issues. And that is why we are doing this. We are not just criticizing, we are telling you what the NDC has for you. And what do we have for you today? What we have for you is John Mahama's National Women's Development Bank. Matiye Papa Mahama are on it. Matiye Mamina Nana Jane on it. And today I'm joined in the studio by my sister, the Member of Parliament for the good people of Techiman North, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofusu Ajare. Mami Onyam Rashe Bebiani Keke. Oyo Emrenimfo. She's been a lawyer for 24 years. Nebasi Kasem Bank Nesanya Manoso Womu Suyahunuba. Currently, savings and loans company from Pacific Savings and Loans. On a lawyer. And she's held this position for 10 years. Into Shemra as a Rashe Bebiani. Or a lawyer for 24 years. Or sounds a lawyer for a savings and loans company for 10 years. And or a board member for multi-trust financial services from 2011 to date. What's this here? And also bear 13 years board member. And Christian Mothers Association Credit Union. So, or sounds so can be Nejuma Power back on way no. And she's one of our experts from the NDC when you baby din komo. Honorable Ofusu Ajare ma wakwaba. Ghana in the
so my radio.
It means 24-hour economy cheche within Nabeba.
Come pa.
Great. Na busa for enyo no nko a. Me maami nimpon enyenche. NDC fo nyina ye maami. Eye Madam Faustina Nelson. Dodo na friend Auntie Faustina, tie na me so be friend no Auntie Faustina. Se me ka se me bobo ye maami di bread dia, and I just say mo show ni extended the 5 hours. Ye nwie. But all I need to tell you is that she's currently the member of our Council of Elders in the Central Region. She's a leading member of the NDC. And mana omoko at the NDC see hono. We didn't wait until be ye. Ya mamia serve as a board member for NIB for Infibibre. Was serve as a member, a board member too on Ghana Commercial Bank. See the need ya koye di member bi account. But for now, I'll give you this. Until for still wa yenchen wa. Until for still wa kwaba.
Yeah, ura.
Bibi aboko die. You say wa ba be do die 24-hour economy no. And then Chimuno, a mubeda fine, and will be a producer. And I was thinking, tape will be by Mrentino. I will jump the tape so that we go straight to the discussion. And as we move along based on time, no, if we can play that video. Now, let's start with Honorable Elizabeth Ofusu Ajare. Ebe America Krenina, ya Papa Mahama. And ye mamia obo ye Papa Chidom, Professor Nana Jino Pukwajaman, or Mwakasa about the National Women's Development Bank. What is the bank about?
Yo, mini Sammy, where the web is sebi. Asema Lydia bisa motimponim jom and our bisami. Me call ya meka National Women's Development Bank cheno so honorable. Se bank de ebu. Enso busianu ye nyebi. Enti se Yewura Mahama or ye bank crash still busianu nya. And I'm so what can ye? Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The bank now si obeye no eno de obeya mama nko a na se ne etie ni opese ema yenya loan ewo ohare so nsi hu kitwe bi enesi hu yenya enim se bank akese no ukwa yesi kofa odan bra yesi kofa krata we bra yenim se ma no so mpempi no sa nyoma eya na ye ni bi wo ho nti Yewura Mahama ye ne se ema ye wo Ghana ha ye didwa aye pesika bosia eni ema edi kuo bebre ani ma eye adwuma sa banki ba so aye benya ho mfaso na de ne se empanyi se obi bebo ma wasu enti se de wa wusu ema nko a na be ye adwuma wo ho ifi se ema na ni ma haw enti wo oba na akope bosia wo National Women Development Bank of ko hu ma nko a
honorable metiasia na je se ye kan National Women's Development Bank we ye banks from Kokra Yewura Mahama ede bagana wanyaza
eche se sa banki bi magana hada a aban aye minim se private one bi de aba ye beka ho asem akire nanso de yewura mahama ebe ye de eye dutwam ye nye bi organa hada se bank ayaye na ese sa bank we de e tailor for a dressmaker for omo ye mma edwadifo omo tachman dwom edwadifo a omo tobodom dwom omo ye be mo kejetia for omo a kotokraba mahama si dwama omo no obro omo sika kejetia osi dwama omo obro omo sika e ma no nko a anase edwuma ma bebre wom ojo loan interest no kitwe bi enye se kofa krata abra kofa we bra ye nyina enim se e ma de ye dwadie no e na krata asem no e ha ye kakra enti yiru mahama ehu akwansidie we ye loan ho no se ema yi omo pa adwuma akwansidie we ni we na wo ho na beti omo nko a bank mo omo de a na omo kokoto manko a obi abenya sika enti wo
that is why this bank is coming
kakra eba no obenya sika de aye enu nti na yiru mahama adwuma rura eja bema president ayahwe nanim 2025 oba na wabebo ama na obeye free bosia ebo mu hawo ho sa bank na nti na eba
hwe the screen is so am pikasa na yemode no say this is going to be a special bank established by the next NDC Mahama government which will be run by women to nurture and grow women owned and women led businesses mame ho anti fosti oba bi hwe emema ni bi kura wo ho a asemi omote no ayo madwemu kesene ne what the DM creating a banks be Ghana and still yes here a man bank. Why a women's development bank? Ubit match
sir, a bank. Former President Rawlings. Yes, was sorry ya no way program. Now walk around. Our friend listening to President Mahama. If he say etada na ye the square peg akose round hole him etada sabe na ma mwo 70 ye bibia ade abia area bi wo mo wo no ye nimo kra na assign de bi akoka ho nti wo ye ne se wo be kwa round any amount for akasa nti wo to na listening to na wo kwa wo busane ehia wo mo amanyame ya yadom na 7 January yeto aba no woba na wo bu man no a wahu no baabia wodi bibia beto ene ne amanfo no aka wayanum se eno na wo mo hia enti madodo no a e ka se wo mo hia wo mo a bank na ayema banka we map edwadie papa Ghana matitude ye 51% of the entire population, but predominantly no edwadie na embadi na etada na ope bibi kakra bi e de kotu bibi kra ton wodwam na sika no ebi ni ho banks de bi wo ho se ne obi anim no na eno ye general banker emma akoho emma akoho ti President Mahama e ka se wo be ye emma e de ama wo ma bibia yetia sabe so oba wodwam anopa na wokọ no hye na niama wotumi sa bank ne ben no na ye ma bank ya ye de be ya wotumi ka kire no ni ote na nchen se obi ba hwe na toma me we ba ko taku anase na discount mo na me bohwi akọ bank enti President Mahama ye ne se wodi be ye chetia amamba na bibia ye easily accessible. If you say man ya na ya wa handicap kakra bank ko do ko gina ho ko fa collateral bra ko fa we bra honorable
traditional banking system like bunya bosia bi kra edin
obstructions adoso enti ebi so na ade no wohia enti wo ye ne se wo ye e ma de ama wo mo a e be ya accessible na afi nso so do wo mbenya considerations say bibia be ye easy. Okay. Enti se normal bank no se ya kase bia kofa entoma bra with mad and oba my consideration kakra leverage bi a bi oba kase mo de monje na mo fa nkodi dwa special women
because women are special to John Mahama
special dispensation
exactly
for a man.
Me that say me nuaba we dem me fentwem do women deserve a women's bank? And my deserve Ghana ma deserve to see a almost a special treatment we are now. Make a case for women.
Said the Ghana ma here women's banking is even scientific because World Bank akase ma 70% our Africa ha and they own small to medium scale enterprises.
Okay.
So na
75%.
70%. Yes, okay. And I own small to medium scale.
Is a bojo.
Yes, our Africa ha. What buy Ghana ha 44%. Okay. Now omaka say your financing gap of over $3 billion. Say sa gap ni ebehwe ni ya hyemuke na wa country obesa no ma ho mfiensia u GDP be grow by 12%. When na yekika ni nyina abuma yero mahama se Emma about 51% omo de doso. How can I grow an economy with nipa ketewa bi abra dodo ne wo ho? Also say Ghana ma ye pa adwuma, ye hard working. Enti say saka sa sika ya ye de ye adwuma enioma bebrebe kama. Ye nim se manya sika ye ma edidiem yeye. Ye ma sukukom yeye. Ye health ye mi hu so ba tan bi wo ho a wo so odidi na ne ba gina hoda. Enti so hwe ne sika ne ba ma no ho a ebeboa ama Ghana
na ma so kra no mo de sika kakra bi kra mutimi multiply
ma na ye na me bedru hwe e ma so wo hwe sika no ye hia kakra kapa e hya ase a enti na traditional banks akese no ukokwa anye 10,000 ho adwuma no moye nanso me my lawyer wo kumase me ni ma aye adwuma e ma edidwa minimum nkrofo a te se multi trust almost 30 ya no omuji loan of 10,000 and then they go in for the millions. No magro. Enti e we can always start with little. Me catch the
mutimi boaboa no na be kese.
O catch us say we say masika yendi. Yes masika yendi ne basa because ni ye the budget to so kama ka wo on fast ones we dibi. Enti se manya sika ebe ma Ghana akoyie because if 51% of your population is working omukro musika maami ata otoni bidie wanya ne 2,000 maami mansa a otoni jene ende wanya ne 5,000 tumi kofa jene no bag miensa eba kotokra badwuma na che se ekwa no nti ero mahama se ma no yenye sika no a yehwe ne ye ena wo hwe so a African Guaranteed Fund akase e ma so ye sika etua enti ye loan repayment no e was ropa enti sa bank ye bebe ubon se ma no ye bosia na yebetua titi yero mahama nya emu gidie se obema ye nsihu na eketua bi no na che se e ma ye sika no na ye dia ye sa nyoma we nyina na economy na ye kama enti ye ade a e ma ye hia a be boa Ghana nyina kama
Antifosti when you feature you have experience, you've lived through several governments. The person who educates viewers across the world. Ghana, have we ever had a Ma Bank to say the President Mahama Ekamwasemiana?
Oh, not a Ma Bank. The late Dr. Esther Oklu and a T Bank, no. But now a year, but not and to me a wider scope.
Okay.
One, because of proximity, senior mekaya no, and to me, I'm stretching, uncle baby P, and I'm saying so. Banking system now, you can't say, I buy no castle where you're cleaning into a good, you know, a good bank, no.
Oh, sir.
Oh, yes, anyhow, bill
420 banks, financial institutions.
National Women's Bank, no, a come home. Dr. Esther Oklu.
Your babesi atiti ni mo wure mu yes or the boa ma no. And also rubber we anya kufu adogu no.
I can't exercise na wo mo ye ya no. Nti ye ni bi say. Na no so na ya de a necessity. Say nka wo ho. Nti president former president Mahama ye papa aya na adwene say kwan bia so wo de Emma bank no ebeba. Na mmom wo no ne de no wo betrem. Because say ebi a me fan say area bia enclave bia ebia edwa asamka say edwa be 3-4 ebembe ho no wo de bibesi ho proximity na me ka ye no no senior
bia be edwa
bia emmeye say sebio enkrankoa ana say emmeye say wope say enkrankoa wope bibia je say wo travel eko ansa na wakwaje nti wo be no across board. Obia area bia benya wo mo de wo mo de be operate. Send the honorable kaya no emba de what they will see kasem any edwuma sem hye woman sa they are very conscientious womo ehia womo ne nyina na ye papa Mahama wode nani ato fom se wonyi emma nsenchen te bank e bi abada na mom ne ye de bai de esron kokra
okay
edwuma yefo a womu nyina abaye ma eye interesting but eye workable
okay
security fompo ye be fam ba
even security
ba completely bibi a telephone po de say emma wo ho dada na ne nyina abaye ma
bank manager
oba
board members
ye wo ma
emma nko a
ye wo ma
president Mahama say emma betumi ayama na ye women are capable of managing
their own wo push
okay
wo de encourage ma na wo de bue emma abrabo mu ene wo mo ye die mu because eniaba p obstruct ma obi a okra wo ordinary Orthodox bank na wakose wakope bibia wo fi so sebio wone meme ko compete no aye withdrawn kakra aye diama no kofa webra ne ebei ya ye ebei de President Mahama se wo ba interest wanya ne kakraka ena afi so ba ko na wo ho na wo kan da ye savings and loan na ne esesi aye ye de ebei de ebeye to say Orthodox banks yabi bank full banking system and yes savings and loan na mom no emma benya consideration
okay
interest no be wo
okay bibia hia me na me pese bitie ye sister adwen wo honorable ne ye ma me kasa no kan bibi se ne ye wo women's world banking bi wo Ghana ha aban no aguno you've been involved in this banking microfinance savings and loans kabibi chefa
menim se pokuya ewo oforikrom se otie bia wosu oni amamo eni se sabria na me wokumase no na women world bank ni omo musika nti na omo wo shops ewo oforikrom na we na nanu metwa makotachiman bidu ho me frɛ omo ni ho enam se na aden wo se a yeraba omia akufu adode ne ba se o economic wizard oba no abeha obe solve your economic problems nyina no wabigu women's world bank ni tiende omu nye ska nye adwuma omu tifie oka kire me na me say yo ene ene ontie me ewo NDC 360 na me be chirechim na mama no hope enti ama se wutie me a Excellency John Dramani Mahama osi oba abaye bank ama ma ubenye sika no wasa aba kwan ho abaye adwuma bio enti afi se mo to aba won tamu ho na mo hwe party colors tamato mo beto mo wura nmonyamfo Excellency John Dramani Mahama ono de o policy ebeboa ma a no mo wodwom a ya tototo bank mu yeraba omia ekata nani toto bank mu yaya e ma mo kotena afi no o side ma ba kwan ho bio na de meka ne se sa bai ye nkoto no ye party a ye nanawo ye koto no de e de e matan e ba kwan ho ya nwo obi anto ba bia se bia sorry kra ye jai asori kra ye jai ye wo tumi e na otifie Yero Mahama ode eni je ebremo enti adechi monye mo ho na monye se de be ya mo be san ba abeye adwuma biom na aboa mo na Yero aba omia na ogugu bank na de ehwen se enka women's world banking de ko be treat omo differently because ye see we nya bibia ma wase a unjai mo ne kro no ye ka sa wo ba na nko abeboa ma ewo sikasemu se wantimi amwo ma kakra omo wo no na ehu ni kwan se nka wo be se no ebi na Yero edi ayeye enti abeye ni da hosem ama ma e wo Ghana ha nyina se ye ma ye ni enko Yero Mahama ho 7th December ba ye betui no no ono wo enwonyam a ode ebetai emaichi eni adwempa ode beboa ma ama ebibia aye kama
me that say that is Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Ajare, the member of parliament for the good people of Techiman North. Mami na oka women's bank a omugu no there were other banks on omubo ama no so akosi say
yeah banking exercise cleaning exercise it affect banks p Unibank, GN Bank, UT Bank, no money na.
I'm going money park we see do mo banks na mo no mo boa ma mo ye mo didwa kokwanso ni nyina so aban na gu no. So that is what justifies this bank. Yes. I get that. Now honorable answer me ba honorable me san so pese me ba so ha. Mwachiri se bangwe for ma man kwa a man a beye mujuma
beye bibia
a man a beye mubibia security crobani bidi. What is Obroni said the main objective? So within the short to the medium term. See, you see a measure National Women's Development Bank is successor. What is the measure? What is the objective of John Mahama?
Sir,
in terms of nipa dodoa, you say you be to me a cover woman with this bank.
Oh, you be to me a cover pass a man which I believe so one may participate because a woman here dear and former president Mahama a yama woman. And we call listening to us, woman a canny here woman and a warrior. Namum, you bet to me a cover pa by 1 million.
1 million women.
Yes, you bet to me a cover.
The short to medium term goal for this policy is to support the businesses of at least 1 million. Wow.
Now, yeah, can also across board.
Okay.
Traders and my didja a cajon. And my warm important nema a cajon. I feel workplace.
One didja.
One didja.
One crania.
Ya crania maba. And my fishmongers.
Okay.
And my demand dear baby. And even workplace ladies associations no. Woman you now be a one or ye juma ebe to yanaka. And so Sabio be aba immediately as a way. Maybe I was some men some my yen to yanaka. Or ran it to sa bank no. A proves a way juma. Nan one Sabi bank no. A botai nenti young can't just a coffee in the amount. Now, a man draws 51% of the entire population there. A draw so say yen na dear who sib. Na ye who say, a dear no yenti and a ye. Now, Sabio obi, and we are mobile. No, so war yen, yes, ye dear who say me embrace it there. And ye 1 million.
If you're talking about 1 million women, and that is 1 million households.
1 million households. No.
So the ripple effect.
Yes, because 1 million households, one more tentacles, one more ma, one more share, one more. It be a bank in Monoquaje, Sabia Bosia, graduate and the Buffy be, and Adia Tatari and a drama and a bar. And the ban also benefit from the bank. Obi all cried you could not retirement. What if ye? If you are Brabon, beda a year and so. So when your bank be to augment the business our year, when your income will be to me.
So, Yama make us about more moko council kofanya more mudibja. Obi se me your bar, media mako square we metifie, and a school crement be Kobi. You better me yen no Juma. What would this women's bank do for them?
Women's bank, you can say, you can say, everything women. Ain't Emma hairdressers because hairdresser be or sign Tom Pabwa on the shop no. Say women's bank in Ibaswa or Jessica Nibi or the Tom Pabwa ewo. Ain't sa nipano when ya sika free it's yenum or saying sika free in Pabwam. Miss so Nasiliza fashions minimi kuni a pamade. Sadia ye pam no so ukresika na beto Steve baby ubeto ahoma baby ubeto Steve baby any materials pia. Ema production cost no come from fast for doors. Say uye abayiwa upese osun adwuma into here sika. Women's bank ni e wo homa. E che say see everything women. It is our bank dey ba e ma hwa to pa. It is going to provide decent jobs for women. Ebio sa bank here see e be fa ni pay hu say e ma bebrebe nya adwuma ye. Na oba Georgina wo de na ko Kivas where we become now what's ne fie 7 years no ene obenya adwuma wo women's bank na ye e ba sa e bia nka car bank for be fa no bank na be fa no oba be ma no so benya ho akose it's going to create formal jobs also because bank ye betete in Ghana ha nyina e ma benya adwuma ye apart from bosia na e benya afi ho aye adwuma no formal work na nkasa so e benya bia ye na uma mema no a create space ama e ma mema no so spaces anka ma no be kwa akohyehe enti sa bank die me ka say ade bia e ma nya no me nya ho mfaso enti me fa de say e ma e benya saa ne o mai na be create avenue ama mema so akohye ba bia anka ma be hye enti is good for men is good for women just say ma ye ne die.
Thank you very much. Makaisi so say besia bank yi de be ma nyina no be ye Who see who be yen si who kakra bi. Aha na chemimu te wansa na ye be kono. Chemimu you can say collateral kofa dying krata bra ya man no Ghana ma me munye bi. Nti no what would this women's bank do?
Ne wo mo be ye ne yenim se nyame ye yadom na January you take over na we no we eye edaye so former president Mahama call round no waso na ebesi pono so pa no won so de waka no obeye obi eni say wonya wo meka na we ya daye so aba eya de a wabo ntrim po so obeye de amamba enti nyame ye adom na oba na sabu bank yebua bosia ene ade de mamba no eno de very flexible ye say drew one what is proposal no ba na ye policy at least wait to me ama up to be at 10 million na what they ama ejina ade what they kwaye e bi kra bet to me ama 10,000 100 million 100,000 50,000 abraye nye ejinamu bia na interest so kakra bi because one share ye na ya hype interest na ebe wi ase ekra na adwuma wo de kwa went to me anye na ayaka na afa ye be twetwew na adwuma no so went to me anye sika went to me anti wo pese eye flexible mama
me a oton kusua wo cha station wa ton kusua hwe mi school a sa cheme wo bosia na hunsin wa kese no ni nyina ebetwam
okọ bank ho de na wo ye oba no wo kire sampa meton kusua anampo afa na me be start aton no approve a
Honorable, me bow for your final comments. But before your final comments, me person presentation, which let me be kakra. Bangi aye kan wasem. We be better say, oh, President Mahama person create idea bia or mind bia bi. So educate us or slice no na me share be offer. So we ko enim kakra educate yen. Ko enim no, the other way. Good. Ko enim em say ko biem kan ho. Good. Me question any. Ye women's bank e wo amama bi so te say the president Mahama ye na fa ye fam kakra bi ansa na ya wrap up
the era Mahama ye ebi wo amama bebre so se wo hwe ye nuanom Nigeria fo ya omo de ye ne oma jollof no e ho komo no na ye die omo wo jollof omo wo women's bank ye ni bi nti Nigeria chiri ha bi wo ho America enya sa women's bank 1975 medi afi ba akopɛ abesi ne yenye bi nti de yira Mahama peso ye e ade a ye ka say international best practice e ade a e koso America for kra wo bi ye nua Nigeria ha obi nti maka Western world me catch a women's industrial bank ne wa ha Nigeria he ya e na first women's bank ne so e wo United States of America
so em say wo bi kra kan ho
bebre kwa say because Finland will be women's banco and also be Colombia oba amalgamated bank and also United States wa enti bank de Nigeria and also Nigeria wa eboama bosiabo e masika sem interest rate kakra bi on bibia fine enti de era Mahama ye no international best practice oba abrochimam oba ye ntem ha ya ba bia wo ho ye na yakamu aye nyanya bia era Mahama adwumawura president ayehwe nanim ohwe se obeboa ma e wo Ghana na yesoso yenye bi
na producer obi hwe me obi o se ye kasa no dodo na ayetwi kasa wonte ase enti ye mami Jane Professor Jane opoku agema tape no monya no ready mame ewie pe ye bebo sa tape na nsa na ye the lest we forget no aba na honorable Elizabeth Ofosu Ajare Ghana fu nyina tie ye sure se nyema ni ada ho makansi hu a bangi e ma bese a omo beje mo se kitikiti bi collateral no so mo se bank ne be ma besia kese kra ye ngibi mo aka se eye manko an be ye mu adwuma e manko an be nya besia mo di nchiremu ni nyina aba obi hwe o ye oba e bia fe no wa school ana o ye obabunu ana o ye ma me mo mani afi bi kan bibi kire no about kwan ye was of so to aba in the upcoming 7 December 2024 elections.
Ghana ma monya aso na muntie bi media sem de free yera excellency John Dramani Mahama ho ebrem oye obia ye nyina ye be so na sene na 2025 wabe president amaye na de ntia me kasa ne se owure yi no de bank eba ama manko a e manko de be mu adwuma na de wo mu ni se eye bank bi a wo pay loan na obenya ni kakra bi sesi a unye kona bra enhwehwe mu ama ye hu se emma e na ye ni collateral ho nanso so ye nya sika na mse ye pay adwumanti ye betimi dia ye adwuma ahwe ye kununum ene ye mma ehun si hu kitwa bi enti afi 2024 sa wo kɔ no akoto aba Ghana ba atie me enhwe political party bia enye de wu tumu de beboa ma Ghana etumpon de beboa mo wetimi ahwe wo ma de beboa ma yedi aba ene excellency John Dramani Mahama sani pay Oji ma ho hwe de oye ma o se obi be hu ma ente se ma nko a wetimi yi ni running mate oba Professor Nana Jane enti nadaro ma ye benya first oba vice president wa Ghana for de bio na President Mahama onye maye na ye hu se odoye de wa ye efe mumma ye nyina ye ayeye ebe yi ni nyina ne se ade 7 December oba bia be sunlight akoto na ba ma no na de nti a mema ebebo ye chidom ato aba ne bia ma ne se ema ye hoto ya emema hoto mo kra ema ye hoto ya ye madi enti 2024 7 December abato edie ukwa ehwehwe obi a hwechini ye no ye wura nyonyam for Mahama oho toba no na Ghana ye mfa into mapemfra medamas.
Wow, I was say Krogumi. I think we see as you pay you na insuasa. Give us your last word or be to dear message na woman.
Sammy me da say. My last word ne say. Mpenimfo say obi ene wo bekasa fo asampa kono ho a. Na asampa so a ehwiam no etia. Saa na mpenimfo aka me ate. Ade a ye de aboa ma. Na so sa President Mahama ene NDC amma. Bank ye bini Ghana ma bank bini Ghana emma if you say one na eye ne die so na eye ne trimopo so obeye enti de eye kan say emma we should embrace this laudable idea because it ends up opening avenues for women ebema emma ye die akosoro no President Mahama wanye selfish. He has been very generous and very, very accommodating for women. Inti maso so ne ye ama wetumi aba ama bank naba and they say drew wa nyame ya adoma beto aba e de ama na wetumi aba abaya the policy wedi kaka say bibia ye ema ye die ho no say nyame ya adom ne enwini a what the sectors ni nyina what the best Professor Nana Jane vice president no the office ama waye oba no wono wahwe emma na ese ye kindness me ka ho President Mahama sabio sa wofa ono ne maame ni ho ne papa ni ho wofa wode ne nuanom na yire oba palode na Mahama enso ne nabusuafo ene obi oba Mahama Ghana, about 33 million in population. Wama sefo nyina no kabomwa 1 million. But 33 million no emaya 51% woman no eno wonti no de sada so yaba. Enti yen emba no ese yen ye kai because e ka ne Mahama ne yere na busuafo na Jane wo mo bedi a wo mo ye no 200,000 enka won chini na wo kodo wo kope women's bank aba ebeboa emaye de nti ese ye ne ye de ye ne to no so ne ye bo mpaye ama no sa na da so no papa yi nyame beboa ma waba na wabeye if you say sa wamba ema bank emba ene wo ba so a wo ba selflessly ema ma a bank wutumi nante adwo ahwe makoi mame me kwa bank na makodi me kwa mobi aba obi ba to mame na first kanto wodu bank a na what stress sika no wo je akoye bibi ampa ye de be ma no emu gokra sane ma endi yawo ewe yemu na ye be hu ne se yeso ye ka ho
onyamisham honorable nyamisham enti enuano mo ma Ghana fo a mo hwe ye free chirichiri ne benche Sempefa Women's Development Bank no enu bi na mati ye bekọ so achirichiri mu ye ma me ni honorable mo beta ba me ya chirichiri mu mo questions bia ye be ya no ye Wura Mahama is the first politician in Ghana's history wada me nyame aso ne da ye pa amana kai ma wafa oba as a running meter ye ne mwa Ghana so ye benyo oba as the first vice president na ma so enye dibra esefata na nye se wo ye no nko akeke osan so the bang aba for ma umpewe na opede be eni ti hwe wasetirem hwe de wadwen wo hwe de wakai wo na to abapa on the 7th of December 2024 bisuafo enam se obi hwe me won titwi kasenti no and for next time I'll be back brofo no I'll be back brofo but yeah me akasa about this bang kan poto kasemiti producer boy no my ba near the less we forget no bro mu wiesu amomfa maami bi a ye frɛ no akufu ado maami ne ya odie ne nsɛm bi odi atodwa no momfa video no so so maami wa ne nti akufu ado maami kakra it will be ase stick with me. This is NDC 360. We'll be back to continue with Lest We Forget.
Women entrepreneurs must have access to capital for the entire sector to boost their businesses. And that is why we will actively pursue the establishment of a Women's Development Bank. To primarily nurture and grow women-owned, women-led businesses. Women must become millionaires too, shouldn't we? We must become millionaires too through hard work, as our men do. We do not need hands out. We need hands up. Women of Ghana are capable of managing that bank 100%. The bank must take care of small-scale businesses or tiny-scale businesses to give them credit. And I'm talking about those who are hawking or people whose businesses do not depend on huge capital. I envisage a board made up of trading associations and cooperatives, and all these fully represented and making serious decisions and being accountable to its members. An eye into me. Hello, Wanye. And the world knows what we do with our resources when women prosper. We hardly leave our children behind. We hardly leave the wider families, including the men, behind. There is better stability at home. There's better peace at home. Most will demand less chop money, so the girls should clap for us. And you know that all these add up to make a nation at peace with itself. Surely this is what Kwejiru Aggrey must have observed when he made his famous statement about the far-reaching effects of the education of women. Thank you very, very much. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if anyone has any doubt, just remember a lady called Esther Oklu. What brilliance, what innovation, what display of entrepreneurship. She showed the way. Let's revive that dream and hope and actions of our hero and heroine entrepreneurs as models.
So me dia masewa me odo me market ya me pa cho me pesa me ka je Nana Akufo-Addo say yen ma na ye kofa oye otogu no first no na mahama wo so no na o ma ye duty ne de anwane ba 12 cedis ne se ono no sa anwa gallon yen ya duty 2 million se kura do so o me ntro nyanto pa se anwa gallon no mo fa no ho ahe mo de ba beton wa ha ahe ena mo tua ho duty 200 Ghana cedis me wa receipt bebre wo ha 12 cedis metimi ayi aba by say o si 2 million me am to me kan anwa ya seize wo aflower border Yes, easy man wa 500 me wo home papers.
500 and Brambacho. Oh, ada what's that now? Hey. 500 yen.
500 pieces.
Pieces saying.
Gallon no baako 500. Oma fawo ba o se anwa no me amfa me pese me bisa nanado ne ba o mi ase anwa na o mu sizi ye no omo so omo me amfa no omo ahye nana so omo aye ne dan me pese me hu anwa no me ko ya ne ani ho enti no omo ye ne dan na me makwaji low na maji manwa baako 500 ubisa obi awa ha ye frɛ me nanado maame by a feed there, say beto abadia. Mimi kwa kromotina me de toma no na wasizi manwa no. Se kwa kromotie no. Ebe kire de meto ama no. Why? Obia ni me de nanado ma me asama mi kan mi wo me pepes mi bibia o. Me a strong one people who be say obia ni me. Enti mi bisa mi bisa nanado ne ba o mi asama manwa no o masizi no. E why? O ma hye nana se o ma hwiahwie agu.
500 pieces. Baako 500 hanum.
Ai, mi to baako 4 million ho. Wo se anya duty 200 cedis.
Dabi o duty no o ye ne baako bia so ana.
Ai, baako bia.
O anwa no koton 400. O ye hu duty 200. E o baako bia ho. O ye wasan dia faka dia ba.
Ti mi pese mi bisa ne se manwa no. O misa custom for say ada so mbeye duty ne makoje manwa. Se manwa 500 de me mfa nche wom.
Okọ ho a wo mo agi anwa ne si ho no. Oko ha ko busa asa anwa no we no o mo kan sen ne kire o
me kwa ye no o mo si anwa no o mo season
ba wan fo wani anhu ba bia anwa no gu
bi anhu ba ko a oba next day me san kwa ye no na ti create lodu anwa no
da bi nya to bose wo mo sizi anwa no e ka tro so o ma sizi ade a chin ya wo ko ye no
afla ho bie mu no na ti create akasia besi wa e lodu anwa no.
Entebusiafo nanado maame na mote ne nka no before that mote Ghana NDC ya maame a obo ya papa John Dramani Mahama Chidom Professor Nana Jenu Opokuajeman enka on the Women's Development Bank. The nanado maame kan na emede wase mi kokrubuti mi hwe masetina mi hwe madwuma aben ya ba begu no na me de ato aba ifi sesa asem ye nyina ebetimi afam aba emre na ne yekase ye wo meto party bi munti ehwa na meto ma ba kono na na do ma me se etwem en me ne ya adwen me me se wo so ne ya adwen obi ahwe na setirem no nto abapa ya no mi bai Women's Bank ye mie oba kakra wo bretiti ni mo remu eye adwuma so a na adwuma ye gu no odwen ho a wonti ase eno nti producer but one time na ma me hwe wasetirem na to abapa e see ya you will see me by the touch screen bringing you lest we forget the anthem Shawasitinim Natuabapa. Omaya de share if I drew so in fair chato the less we forget segments and dear ne ye kaka ye ho na ye remfi ye kaka ye ho afa ye wura John Dramani Mahama ti kese da so da ye pa ne hyehyɛ ye ne nnwuma pa emra ye ma na kwanya se oni omai so as ye man pinyi or ye de maye. We are not just talking about amamua enko ye any katahyehyɛ ne proya ekoso. She said, yeah, under moment of truth. Ma one kasa wu chrono fita but we mean in a bush for the boy. We are also not just talking about in Shisaya Yawama or Manfo. We are telling you say you can trust John Mahama because he has a proven track record. Why ye be da and intibit me agenedi. And I heard ye share aeroplanes and the airport once a Brunisi aviation sector. And then Ura Mahama a better kunyaso ye Busia. Yera Mahama betina konya so pen hu se Ghana betimi atumpo ama Ghana fa no to mape fra e was a Ghana ye airport e wa ha no ye nya bi ka ho na de wo ho dada no so ye siesie no ma ne be ye kra behwe na eno na nchen ye Ramahama eye nhyehyeye se obema Ghana ay aviation hub in the whole of West Africa. Just a bibrema toye ha Ghana be yo man eba airport so a ye be wo na kese pa edimu a obi etu kwankwa abrocho be fa Ghana eno na di mpuntu ye yo eni adwuma ba oman bia mu de na esi na ni so no na de oye ye no omanpanyi bia ni wa bedi Ghana so a waye bi da yes we are behu dinti amekasa. And what did President Mahama do? The kind or your project are your friend of Terminal 3 I walk Kutuka International Airport. Airport for far a processing over 5 million passengers at the or the $250 million na ye Ghana Airport Company and also one asene. Sika was a Ghana Airport Company de ma aban and the Ujai mo say omunfa. No munya hode omunya sika omitumi dia yes ade we nti abanka prenim John Mahama tikese edaso dayepa. That visionary leader ensured that Ghana Airport Company and aban yiguno no na abreso etimi si Terminal 3 $250 million project, and this airport is by far the best airport in the whole of West Africa. Asho mine ni munyam ama nipa bebre adwuma pem na di sika kese ebre omeye nti we hear evidence na any March 2nd, 2016, Mahama Turkish leader cut sword for Terminal 3 project. This is when President Mahama did a sub form say you see Terminal 3 and ne ama Ghana dimpa ama adwuma buso emo man Ghana sika na ama Ghana so yeso ye din ahyeta amano ni nyina. Awusafo anya no nko a President Mahama ye Terminal 3 wie no and o say Terminal 2 first now when a international airport I fa woko abuchiri no se say ho e na ye be fa for local or domestic flights okota krade okokuma se okota male okowa okohu obe fa hin Terminal 2 nti Terminal 2 no so ye Ramahama de sika ko shemu e peja no ma ne be ye krabehwe and no do Terminal 2 ametimi aka kire say amama ya kese e wo abibre mu ha bebre wo ho a their international airport cannot and does not match up to Terminal 2 la a domestic airport because of rehabilitation. Jomama mfonyi ni bi na wuhu no bibia wo ha baggage claim or and all the checkpoints are Ramahama Terminal 2. Enya nonko Tamale Airport Ramahama and I'm so what cement you say yenua no munkramufu adodo na wo srema mentifi say afibia omoko Mecca for Hajj, one of the pillars of Islam. Omo bre, I just omo bankran, no more damontin, no more bre, ne de keka ho. Ramahama that dream who did not say no. Yes, ye Tamale Airport, Neme International Airport. Na plane entering to free Tamale and come Mecca Street into a Tamale Airport Phase 1 project. One dance here no, waha. $100 million sikakesi pano de ye for no or more northern region. We hear story we are graphic online, a buying newspaper Omunitro. Tamale Airport comes alive with inauguration of first phase of expansion project. August 20th, 2016. This is the time President Mahama Koma ye BA airport now. Plane too free Hosadano from Tamale to Mecca. That is the visionary leader we are selling to you. This is the visionary leader we are calling on you to vote for. Now, this is the whole airport. Medical Kahwasem. Ramahama who said, say, ya betimi atoya, or may betimi tumpua, regions ni bibri wa, okowa, quite a wa. Ufrin klein, airco, voter region, Ukohu, the capital of voter region. Ultimately, 3 to 4 hours walk so because of traffic. Emu accidents. Obi koye dumana traffic a delay no, ukoyi fa ho na wanya ya na wukwa. Papa say, we see airport, I'm a voter region. Or the $25 million. Picture no any. Airport President Mahama is here who be drill. But I dream boninti. Uraba Wumiani Akufuado say, voter region for 2 Abama in DC. Among 2 mine pipintino. Airport way for 7.5 years. Abana JC ye yusu. Na eso manfas will be. We can run this airport for the Omayeno to get revenue, money. Yeah, they are your men. I'm a nipa one but voter region for Ntwaba. I'm a kufu adwintino. Airport ni si one say so yeah the Ghana sika na ye. President Mahama wanyasa. And eko hwede wa no. MPP for stronghold. Ewu Kumase, Ashanti region. KGTia, Dwakese, Siwa Hospital, Konongo, Fomena, projects akesi, Edjakesi a wade even though they don't vote for him. Aden and abine with the Abroni BEC and the Chichiromai. How can Ghana develop under these nation records? Now, this is the story. You can check Ghana Business News when President Mahama commissioned who airporter, Bibia, all the facts, everything is here. Now, in the Hana, me focus war, Kumasi International Airport. Because now what you tell me, Muze o mampenye kufuado ko hose or kwa commission phase 2 of the project. MPP fwe twangontompo bebre on social media. Say oh airport no na aye nti o ma ya de. Me kan ha na mesi studua se ni na ye nkontompo. Ubia ka kire se president kufuado ne ba wo mi na aye airport Kumasi a si omu hu na me tu mire na ma kire usie. Kumasi Airport project 2014 and a Mahama a phase 1 of the project. Dear no or three runway nimu. Adding Kenya special your friend aeronautical lighting systems. As a share from a new landing systems. Kumasi Airport. Send a beya plane bet near 12 few Kumasi anajo. Na plane tinye si Kumasi anajo. Until this, na plane timi Kumasi anajo. Untie me ye Mahama, that visionary leader, and I'm so. Through phase 1 of the project, 2014, ufiti ase ewie and the map plane, etimi 2, if free Kumasi anajo, eba ho anajo. Now, Obibeka say, where is the evidence? When President Mahama was commissioning